My dad retires at the end of the year, and I was talking to him last week about where he plans to retire. They're thinking of McCall, Eagle, or staying in Washington, which doesn't seem very likely they will stay in Washington with all those wonderful things happening. But my mom really does love the house they live in, her community she's built over 30 years, and my sister lives near them, so I do understand it can be really hard to leave, but I do think they'll end up retiring somewhere in Idaho. But my dad and I were just talking about some of the pros and the cons if he did retire an Eagle. And as I was talking to him, I thought, you know what? I bet other people might want to know this. So here we are, I'm making a video on it. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. My name is Matthew and I'm a realtor here in Eagle, Idaho. And my goal with this YouTube channel is to give you all the information you need so you can decide if Eagle and the Treasure Valley is the right place for you. Whether you're thinking about buying a home here or relocating from out of state, I hope these videos help you learn about Eagle, Idaho and the Treasure Valley. So as you can guess, I'm not retiring anytime soon, but here are some of the pros that stuck out to my dad and others I have helped move here that did retire. I'll also toss in some cons throughout the video just so you can have a balanced idea of what the pros are and what the cons are. So many people are retiring here, have lived somewhere else for quite some time. Even if that's moving from Boise to Eagle, that still is going to be a bigger jump than most people think. So where my parents live is a small town in Washington called Pullman. It's home of WSU. And Pullman does have that strong sense of community and kind of the pride of people living there just with the university and Schweitzer, the engineering firm. And Eagle is similar to that. Talking to my dad, they really wanted somewhere that had that strong sense of community feel and just friendly people. And Eagle definitely checks those boxes. The people here in Eagle are generally friendly and just enjoy life. They're happy to chat and help others and are just friendly, which in turn, Eagle has a very strong sense of community. So if you are someone who wants to be more left alone and not talk to the tellers at Safeway or get to know the staff at the bank, and they will know you by name when you walk in, Eagle's probably not for you. My mom gives out little gift cards and Christmas gifts to all their employees at Starbucks because she goes there so much, and she would like to continue that. She doesn't want to live in a town where people think that's weird. She wants to give the mailman little Christmas gifts, little Easter gifts, things like that. And Eagle, I do think she'll fit right in with doing that. Even when I go to the bank here in Eagle, they know my 3-year-old and honestly are more excited to see her than me when I come in. And when I don't bring her in, they're like, oh man, where is your daughter? We miss her so much. Hopefully you can bring her next time. It really is that strong community feel here. So one thing you will be happy to hear is that Eagle is safe. I will pop up some stats below so you can read all about it, but I can't remember the last time I took my keys out of the car for showings, grocery shopping, going out to dinner. My keys are just staying in the car. This drives my wife nuts, and for good reason, but she grew up in San Diego, which you would never do that down there. I haven't had any problems yet, but I better knock on wood just in case. But just know that Eagle is very safe. Eagle is also beautiful, clean, and very well maintained community that people take pride in living here. And I was showing my dad some drone photos because again, he's come and visited, but he hasn't spent a ton of time around Eagle. I was showing him drone videos and things like that, and he was just shocked with how much water's down here. In his head, Eagle was more desert, foothills, brown, dry. He was shocked with how much color, how many trees, and all the water around Eagle, which is really cool and something that you might not know, which is something that makes Eagle absolutely beautiful in my opinion. So now let's jump into some cons. One of the biggest cons of Eagle and just the whole Treasure Valley is that we don't have a Trauma One hospital. The closest one is Salt Lake. So I highly recommend Life Flight Insurance if you do live here. We have it, and I think I paid a whopping like 90 to 100 bucks for the whole year, and it covers the entire family. It has to be cheaper than the helicopter ride from Boise into Salt Lake than if I just paid 100 bucks. The other con that goes with this is that we really don't have the specialized doctors. You'll need again to go probably into Salt Lake, and it's about a 4-hour drive or about a 2-hour flight. And not only don't we have the specialized doctors, we really have pretty limited healthcare options, especially just within Eagle itself. As you get into Boise and Meridian, you will have more options, but I will say the health industry here is growing. But for now, we are pretty limited, and if you have any specialized needs, you're probably gonna have to go into Salt Lake. The pro though is Salt Lake has it all, and they're very, very good at what they do. But another con to some, and this was a pro for my dad, but it may not be for you, is the true 4 seasons and the wide spread of temperatures we get. Summers are hot. Last year we had 7 days in a row above 100, topping out like 104. And then winters can get down to the teens, and the rest of the year is just anything in between that spectrum. It just depends on the year. For some, as they age, they don't want to deal with the snow or the heat. They just want that kind of 50 to 80 degree weather. I will say I personally love the weather here. Winters are very manageable and summers are hot, but we are a desert climate, so it cools down at night and in the morning. There's plenty of time to get outside. So now let's jump back to the pros, because I have one that goes hand in hand with the weather, and that is Eagle has amazing outdoor lifestyle all year round. So if you are someone who likes to get outside a lot, you'll absolutely love it here. You can ski, bike, walk on the greenbelt, swim, hike, fly fish, boat on the nearby lakes, you name it, you can probably do it here. Another big pro, and one people who already live in Eagle enjoy, and a reason why people are moving here are excited about, is the tax benefits. Idaho is known for lower property taxes than many western states, and it's no tax on Social Security for many retirees depending on your income structure, but it is a big pro retiring here. There are also a lot of other programs and benefits that Idaho offers to reduce your tax bill, to lock in your property taxes, a lot of circuit breaker tax programs, just a lot of options for you that other states really don't offer. I know Washington, for my parents, is going the complete opposite way, where they want to tax the living bejesus out of you on any capital gains tax, any inheritance tax, anything. They want half of it. And it's the reason why my dad is like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't stay in Washington when I retire, maybe we should jump ship now. Another con of retiring in Eagle is the environmental factors. I know this sounds scary, but it's really not as bad as many think. We just call them environmental factors. So really it's just bad air quality in the summer and the winter, and it can get bad from inversions or the wildfire smoke. One reason or another, we pretty much just have some bad air quality maybe a month out of the year, and most of the time you won't notice it. You'll walk outside and you won't notice till you look at your weather app and say, oh, the air quality is moderate today. In the summer though, the smoke can get really, really annoying. It can cancel your sport practices. It can really just be a pain to get outside, but usually that clears within a week or so. Last year we hardly had any. The year before, it was one of the worst years. We had smoke in our area for almost 3 weeks. So Eagle also just dropped $20 million on a wastewater reuse program. Some are happy about this while others are not at all. But I wanted to pop in a short video here so you can kind of learn more about it.
In Eagle, the sewer district wants to turn your wastewater into water for your lawn, but it's going to be expensive. I'm your Eagle neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, learning more about neighbors' concerns when it comes to this $20 million project and how the sewer district plans to make this wastewater usable.
The processes that we're looking to add are very common, very similar to what all of our neighbors are using.
The Eagle Sewer District is investing $20 million in upgrades to produce Class A treated wastewater, designed for irrigation use in lawns, parks, and crops. It would be sent into the Farmers Union Canal, making up about 7% of the total flow.
Class A water, it's highly regulated, highly monitored, highly treated water, and follows the rules of the Idaho Department of Environmental Quality and EPA.
Eagle Sewer District says the plan came after public outreach, with many neighbors saying they want water reuse to keep irrigation flowing in late summer. But not everyone agrees.
And we've actually grafted on Asian pears.
Hank Allen is a small farmer who uses canal water to grow food and raise livestock.
That's little Samuel right there.
He worries that unregulated containments could build up in the soil over time and threaten health and farmland for generations.
The idea of reusing our water, recycling our water, it's a good idea. It just needs to be done properly.
Allen wants more advanced treatment like reverse osmosis to remove chemicals and pharmaceuticals that aren't currently regulated.
So the other good thing to know is that Eagle does have really, really hard water. So most do have hard water softeners. I would much rather have a hard water than soft water, but that's just me. Coming back to the pro side of things is that Eagle does offer a slower paced life without being rural and too far away from things. The population of Eagle is about 30,000 and growing, and Eagle has gyms like Lifetime Fitness, coffee shop, restaurants, a whole redesigned, pretty much brand new downtown, and plenty of meetups going on. And downtown Boise is about 20 minutes away, where you can go to the zoo, plays, the rooftop restaurants, and more just city amenities. And the Village at Meridian is also about a 10 to 15 minute drive away, which is a great mall. Plus, if you need more, the District at 10 Mile is also coming to Meridian, which is going to be a massive shopping center, so you can enjoy that slower paced lifestyle with still having a ton to do and your more or less mid-sized city amenities. The other huge draw to Eagle is this resort style living with the beautiful homes and low maintenance living options. Communities like Riverstone, Terraview, Dry Creek Ranch all offer resort style living, and all these neighborhoods have walking trails, pools. Terraview even has a lap pool that you can swim laps in, clubhouses, and Williamson River Ranch and Riverstone are set on the Boise River with trails on the river so you can just walk for miles. It's one of my things my mom actually loves about our area is she'll take the dogs out and she'll just go walk miles on the river, and she absolutely loves it. And for example, Dry Creek Ranch also has events for residents, and they have a coffee shop within the neighborhood. So if you live in Dry Creek, a lot of residents just walk around there. They can walk down to the pool, they walk to get a coffee, they walk to the park. Dry Creek Ranch also has an organic garden where you can walk back and pick up some fruits and vegetables. And Terraview is quickly becoming a hotspot neighborhood for retirees. Terraview has a clubhouse, a pool, a little section for even to swim laps in, walking trails, and a huge park with a splash pad, and the homes on water. The homes on water are relatively pretty low maintenance and becoming very, very popular, especially for retirees. If you want to learn more about the neighborhoods, feel free to download my guide down below. My wife and I made it, and it's about 50 plus pages long, and it's designed to help you learn about the lifestyle here, the neighborhoods, and everything you need to know, even if you're moving from just Boise to Eagle or San Diego to Eagle. It really will help you just get a better understanding. But you can download it down below. So the next con on our list is that Eagle is not a walkable town. While the neighborhoods are extremely walkable, the town is not at all. You're not walking to the grocery store. You might be able to walk to a coffee shop depending on your neighborhood, but probably not. And my in-laws have built 2 homes down in Coronado, and both buyers were actually from Boise, looking to spend a few months down there a year in just a more walkable place, especially between November and March. Just because here we do get a little cold and a lot of people like to get outside. So just know that you'll be driving pretty much everywhere when you live in Eagle, and really just the whole Treasure Valley in general. So the next con is that Eagle specifically does not have many 55 plus communities. So if that is something you're looking for, you'll need to go to Star, Meridian, or Kuna. Luckily, they do have some incredible ones. Trilogy is a really cool one in Kuna, and you can even stay there for 3 days to check out the community you stay on the property, just to get an idea and a feel for it. And Toll Brothers and Star is building out a really cool community as well that a lot of people have fallen in love with. So headed back to the pro side, and one thing I enjoy a lot about living in Eagle is that McCall and Tamarack are about 2 hours away. McCall and Tamarack is actually on my dad's list of places that they might want to retire. They love the snow, they love the winter, they love to ski, and we grew up going to McCall, so I've been going there for 30 plus years, and it's beautiful. It is absolutely amazing, and it's on his list of places that he might want to retire. So Tamarack is the only resort with golfing, boating, and skiing all in one place, and McCall is your classic Idaho lake town. Like I said, I've been going there for 30 plus years, and it's absolutely a blast. I take my family up there as much as we can go. So the lake is great, there are beaches, golf courses, great hiking, but the pro is if you live in Eagle, you get to live in your small town where you have Costco, Trader Joe's, downtown Boise, all being close to you, while you're living in your resort style community, and then you just pop up to the mountains to ski, boat, and do all those things up there. It's why Eagle is such a popular place to retire, because you really do almost have it all within a 2-hour drive. So if you want to learn more about living in Eagle, Idaho, feel free to watch this video here, I believe it's on this side, or check out my whole playlist on Eagle as well, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching.